You might be hearing about the threat of Iranian sleeper cells in the U.S.
The threat is here. They are in our country. We don't know where they are. We don't know who they are.
We just crossed into Tijuana, Mexico, and right now, the Iran news is dominating the news cycle on the American side.
These are all documents that my team's found at the border.
And once again, these are individuals from special interest countries. They require extra security screening, and these documents are littered all over. So just 2 blocks away from the U.S. border on the Mexican side in Tijuana is this Islamic mosque. Can you ask if the manager could do anything?
I can't go back. I don't do crazy stuff.
But we just want to see if anyone from Iran was here. Where are you guys from?
So our brush team in Stark County apprehended a special interest alien from Pakistan. And when we talk about special interest countries or special interest aliens, these are adversarial countries that are not friendly to the United States.
So the guy was from Iran, but he also had a Venezuelan passport. So these countries will work together to get bad guys into areas like the United States.
Stay tuned for this exclusive report. Back on the California border working on a major national security story. You might be hearing about the threat of Iranian sleeper cells in the US, but corporate media is missing the bigger story on how Mexican cartels were able to move in hundreds of thousands of individuals, not only from the Middle East, but from China into the United States. Stay tuned for this exclusive report. So Cory, you and I met a few years ago during the Biden administration, and you were trying to sound the alarm in this area of the border, particularly with individuals traveling from China, the Middle East, countries where these individuals want to attack the United States. And you've been trying to sound the alarm. But now, under this administration, we are at war, and that threat of Iranian sleeper cells is more real than ever. But it's not just Iranians. What are we looking at here, Cory, and what do the American people do not understand right now about national security?
Everything we're being told is not necessarily true. It's exaggerated, it's buffered a little bit. These are all documents that my team's found at the border. This is all
Take a look at this.
Pakistan.
Yeah. The reason this is so important, these are individuals coming from what the federal government considers a special interest country. So these are individuals that have ties to terrorism and require extra security screening. But what Cory is showing us, and you can explain here, Cory, is why would they leave their documents and passports? I mean, look how many passports and documents you have. Why would they leave them before crossing in?
We haven't even had time to go through those bins over there.
Oh, right here too, right? Yeah.
And then I have about 2 times that many at another location.
The cartels on this side, especially in the lower Rio Grande Valley in South Texas, for whatever reason, are moving special interest aliens across the border between the ports of entry, at a much more lower volume. So that really begs the question, right? And also concerns us is how many more are actually waiting in Mexico, and where are they from? And actually, what is the intent behind it?
Like I said, the threat is real. The threat is here. They are in our country. We don't know where they are. We don't know who they are. People aren't understanding. We keep hearing that the border's secure. The border's not secure. There's still many miles of no wall left, no wall built. We got to get the wall built before we can do anything.
So just 2 blocks away from the U.S. border on the Mexican side in Tijuana is this Islamic mosque, and it's really the only of its kind in any of the Mexican border towns. This mosque was established back in 2022. What's interesting about that year, according to former Border Patrol Chief of the San Diego sector, that's the same year that sector saw an explosion, a skyrocketed in the arrest of special interest aliens.
Person from Iran, but he doesn't want to talk to anybody.
Oh, just one person from Iran?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you ask if the manager could do anything?
I can't go back. I don't do crazy stuff.
So we have to stop the bleed at the border, which Trump did. He's done a good job of it. But we keep hearing there's 0 crossings. That's just not true.
Our average American kind of doesn't know what's going on the southern border every day.
Right. So our brush team in Stark County apprehended a special interest alien from Pakistan. And really for the American public to understand this, when we talk about special interest countries or special interest aliens, we talked about this, a lot in the last 4 or 5 years, during the border crisis. But, these are adversarial countries that are not friendly to the United States, that have ties to terrorism, that have the intent to want to cause harm to the United States. Not to say that every special interest alien that comes across the border is a terrorist or wants to cause harm to the United States, but nonetheless, that really raises, a much more heightened alert when we come across any special interest alien.
So people are still coming in. We have intel through one of these cell phones. I mean, look at all these cell phones. People from the Middle East are still coming and going as they please. Very bad people.
This is under Trump 2.0.
Right now.
And Cory, if you could just explain for our audience, because they might not understand, why would these individuals coming from China and other Middle East countries leave their documents, identifications, things like a passport? Why would they leave it behind before crossing onto American soil?
People ask that question all the time. People I've got, well, those are staged. They have to be staged. They're fake, right? Some of them are fake. A lot of them are counterfeit. But these people left them on the border or just south of the border. So when they came to the U.S. to claim asylum, we wouldn't be able to see the stamps within the passport, because we could say, why didn't you claim asylum in the 15 countries you went through before you got here? So that's their way of kind of sanitizing their history.
And once again, these are individuals from special interest countries. They require extra security screening, and these documents are littered all over. This is the story, I think, Cory, that corporate media is missing when it comes to Iranian sleeper cells. Is they don't talk about the connection to the border. Now, according to some of my sources, they say that some of the individuals here in the past do have ties to terror groups and have been harbored here. Why do you think corporate media kind of misses this angle of the story?
Well, for over 3 years, we were out there picking this stuff up, and corporate media wouldn't come out and talk to us. They wanted me to go down to the station. I said, hey, the mission is here, the problem is here, come out here. They wouldn't do it.
But now what we're seeing, especially in Starr County, in the area that I primarily oversee and supervise, we're seeing a lot more special interest aliens. Just this year alone, we've seen from China, Vietnam, and now the Middle East with this individual from Pakistan. But we're seeing them come across at a much more smaller volume, maybe 1 or 2 that come across, and they're kind of mingled in with those from Central America or even Mexico. So the cartels on this side, especially in the lower Rio Grande Valley in South Texas, for whatever reason, are moving special interest aliens across the border between the ports of entry, at a much more lower volume. So that really begs the question, right? And also concerns us is how many more are actually waiting in Mexico, and where are they from? And actually, what is the intent behind it?
So we continue to do it. You're reporting on it. We've worked together a lot. But we also know these Middle Eastern people have, well, you saw the Iranian Venezuelan passport. So the guy was from Iran, but he also had a Venezuelan passport. So these countries will work together to get bad guys into areas like the United States. And they're just wait until they're told what to do.
Hey, man, speak English? Do you guys know if people have been fleeing the Middle East because of the war yet, or not yet?
Not yet. We didn't have anything about it. We saw the news.
Yeah.
We saw what's going on, but we don't have much things about what's going to happen now.
But no one, do you guys know of anyone that's escaped the war, if they come here yet, or not yet?
Not yet.
No. No one from Iran yet?
No.
Okay, we were looking to interview them just to see. Where are you guys from?
East Africa.
Ah, okay. Have you guys been here for a long time?
No.
How many days?
1 month. It's like 1 week.
Oh wow, 1 week. How many days do you go to the? Are you going to the U.S. or applying for permit here?
Our intention is to get assignment here.
Oh, no more U.S. But so far, you guys don't know if anyone from Iran has come here or anything?
No, even we have a lot of persons. We don't know to each other. We are coming. We're new.
Ah, okay.
We are standing here as a family, but we can't talk to other people. So
What?
We're not talking about this kind of
You can go
things.
inside, and ask the manager
Oh,
of the CEO of this place.
you know the name?
Yeah, she's inside,
I think-
if you have any interrogative, question, you can just go to the door and you can ask her.
Ah, okay. Yeah, let me see. Thank you guys. Thank you. Do you guys know if anyone from Iran has come here from the escaping the war? I know because the United States is at war.
I'm not, I don't know, maybe not recently, because it's been a while. You know, I met somebody that's from there. But recently, I think you have to ask this, maybe those guys there. Did you talk to them?
Yeah.
They've been here longer than me. So.
Where are you from? East
I'm
Africa?
from Africa. No, I'm from West Africa.
What, and then when did you
I'm
get?
a Nigerian.
When did you get here?
But you have a mic on.
We're doing a documentary, but we just wanted to see if anyone from Iran was here,
Well,
because we're doing our focus is on, because we're from America, so our country's at war with Iran.
I understand.
We're just seeing if anyone was fleeing the war, because I think we saw that with Ukraine and Russia. A lot of Ukrainians
Okay.
started to come here and then come over to the U.S., but no one from Iran yet,
I
or?
think the best person to ask should be the lady.
She a manager in there? Okay.
Should I go out for you?
Ken? Yeah. We did speak with some of the migrants right now that were outside of this mosque. Usually migrants stay between a day to a month here before either legally crossing into the United States or finding a permit here or Mexico. Now, the other 1% do cross illegally in the aid of cartels. What's interesting is many of them do destroy their documents and identifications before reaching American soil, something Cory with the GOAT initiative. Another little interesting tidbit is one of the migrants did tell me that at least one individual in that mosque right now is from Iran, meaning that individual recently arrived either fleeing from the war or could be sent from the regime.
Right now, we are at a more heightened alert than we've ever been. We're facing more threats now than we've ever faced, especially everything that's happening right now in the country, as well as in the Middle East. So anytime we come across a special interest alien, we really are going to be much more vigilant, much more at a heightened alert, and making sure that the vetting process is done at the highest level, working with our federal partners to ensure the safety of our state, and as well as a country, those that are coming across the border that do have some type of ties or association to adversarial countries.
Addresses or the locations up there at the top.
That's insane.
So the NGOs, people have still not been held accountable. Mayorkas is still not in prison. I mean, we know the people who helped facilitate this, right? We know the people in other countries who helped get people through here.
This is crazy stuff, man. And thank you to everyone for watching our very first exclusive report on this brand new YouTube channel, Ventura Reports. Right now, we're actually back in Mexico working on another exclusive story, the unspoken crisis of just the hundreds of thousands of missing people disappeared by cartels and have not been found. We're back here on the ground working on an exclusive mini documentary, trying to shine the light on many of these individuals and the families who are still looking for the loved ones out of Mexico. Stay tuned. We still have more exclusive reporting on Iranian and Chinese sleeper cells and more investigative reporting on the southern border. So stay tuned here on Ventura Reports.